Hey YouTube, it's me, Shawnee. Just coming to you to make a video. I was looking at one sister's video, a new channel that I subscribe to, and basically she said she was new to my channel, and I'm new to hers, and she wanted to know if I had any tips that I wanted to offer her. And it's so funny that she asked me that. I recycle my bottles from, I don't drink a lot of tea all the time, but if I do, I'll have some Arizona tea. So that's why it looks like this, because when I put it in my dishwasher, that sticky glue from the paper is still trying to come off. So I just let it come off on its own naturally after I wash it so many times in the dishwasher. But this right here, guys, is lemon water. Okay, you can use lemon or lime water. A lot of people want to do the alkaline diet, and if you want to do the alkaline diet, this is a great tip. But not only for that reason, I was doing lemon and lime water a while back because again, as of 2008, you all know that I went vegetarian. That was way before I got on YouTube. I didn't really start posting. I'll say I was on YouTube in 2009 at least, but I didn't start posting any videos of myself until about May of 2011. So at any rate, this is the water. You just squeeze some lemon in it, at least half a lemon or lime. And the reason that I've always done this ever since I found out about it, when I did the master cleanse, is because it helps to push the mucus out of your body. That's one of the tips that I can offer you if you're in the process of deciding what you want to have in your diet. This is something that you can just do right now. Lemon water, lime water will make your helps to keep your pH in your body where it needs to be. And for years, my intelligent friends, I would go to dinner and go to functions with them, and they never told me why they were drinking this all the time. I had to find out on my own many years later when I was interested in really interested in the master cleanse. Is how I found out. So that is one great tip. Another great tip is dairy. A lot of people don't want to hear this, but I had a tendency to say African Americans, but I'm finding out from some of my other friends of different nationalities, Asian, white, whatever, that they have the same problem. But I do know for a fact that in my family, because I am African American, and most of the people in my family don't even have as much of a mix as I do. Most of my family on my mom's side does not look like my mom does, which my mom is much lighter than me. But I noticed that people of color have a really bad time with dairy, and they don't realize that it is what is causing them the problem. One of my children even had an issue where she was getting sick all the time. The symptoms were like cancer symptoms, leukemia type symptoms. And we loved, in this family, we loved ice cream, by the way. We loved cereal and milk and anything that, cheese was her favorite. And the thing is, like, one of the things that happened was her boobs started hurting whenever she would have cheese or ice cream or anything like that. And I'm telling you, I can tell you that I'm not a person just putting dairy down. I used to love yogurt and ice cream, and I make a joke all the time that probably 75% of my weight came from dairy. I say that because I ate a lot of ice cream. I could eat 3 half gallons in a day, which is not normal or healthy, but that's how it is when you're addicted to something. So you really need to look into dairy. On this video, I'm going to leave a link. I will say this: when my child stopped doing dairy, when she was finally able to do that, she's much better. She don't have these issues of her boobs hurting out of nowhere and things like that, and she's not getting sick. But whenever she does dairy, she starts to get sick again. So you may be having issues that you do not know are coming from, and I know the health industry loves to teach us to eat yogurt and all these other things, but dairy is very dangerous. It's like a bullet, So we really need to reevaluate the whole dairy thing. And I'm going to leave some links on information that you can check out for yourself. I will try to get videos, because I know that videos are better, because a lot of times people don't have time to sit down and read. Okay, so I'm going to leave a link in the description concerning dairy and the alkaline water, making your water alkaline with lemon and limes, if I can if I can remember to get that link. Also, another really good tip that I have is if you have high blood pressure or diabetes, and you're taking meds and you really want to get off of them, one of the things you can try to do. Now, I know that I have people in my family who have diabetes, so I understand that they have the monitor where they prick their fingers and things like that, and you can keep track of your blood sugar levels, etc. So if you wanted to try this, instead of taking your meds to stabilize your blood sugar or your high blood pressure, you could eat garlic. And what you would do is get yourself 3 cloves of garlic. It is not very easy. One day I will do it on camera for you guys so that you can see how it is. It is not an easy thing to do. In fact, I'm going to make a video to go along with this one, and I'm going to demo the garlic thing. It's not easy, but the thing is, it's medicine. It's God's medicine straight up out of the earth, okay? And so if you can go ahead and take a couple of cloves of garlic, 3 cloves of garlic, and then chase it with a teaspoon of honey, or there's another way that I do it, and I'll show you that. Or have a piece of apple ready and put it in your mouth right after, because it really burns. For me, it burns my mouth like terribly. So it's not an easy thing to do, but this is good for your body, so you want to do that for your body. You know what I'm saying? I don't advocate doing much doctor wise, etc., because in my family, my mom is really, really ill right now, and I've watched my mother go from just Motrin in the beginning over 30 years ago when she first got sick to, they have to have my mom on over 20 medications, and it's ridiculous how much medication she is on, and the medications have been slowly causing her body to deteriorate. She had to have her hips removed. When the doctors did that surgery, they did it incorrectly. They had to remove the hips, and now my mom has no hips, and my mom can't walk. My mom is bedridden. There's just so much that I could tell you. The medicines that my mother has been taking has ruined her liver, and things like that. You don't realize, it's just not worth it. But when you take an apple for medicine, or if you take some garlic for medicine, or if you fix yourself an onion and lemon and cayenne pepper elixir, if you make yourself any elixir from the things that God has given us in nature, it's not going to have any side effect. So it's up to you guys what you want to do. But I did get this question sent to me, that I have any advice and tips for you. And those are my tips. A lot of people ask me, why do I look the way that I look at 42 years old, and I'll be 43 on April 17th. And I really didn't have an answer for it, but I will tell you this, that, I have some other family members who are around my same age, and I watch that, I'm older than they are, but they look much older than I do. And the only thing I can attribute it to is that God blessed me when I was young to go and move to my dad's house, while my, other family members were still living, with my mom and everything. And so I just thought about it, like they were still eating pork and beef and all of this other stuff. But, when I lived with my dad, first of all, back then, the food was not, like it is now. It wasn't injected with stuff and all of these chemicals. So we were eating chicken and turkey a lot. My dad has never been big on beef anyway. And then he couldn't stand pork. He learned how to eat properly. I was like 11, 12 years old while other kids were playing, and I really hated it. But he is the one who got me the way I am about health. I really have to give it to my dad because, as I said, while other kids were playing outside, he was telling me about Back to Eden. There's a book called Back to Eden, and it teaches you about the way that we're supposed to be eating. And another thing is that my dad was really blessed, and he had a Jewish person in his life at some point, and they basically taught him how to eat. And so he passed the same information on to me when I was young. He said, if you want to know how to eat, eat what the Jews eat. They don't eat things that are unhealthy. And it's so funny that I have a friend named Carol right now. And when I was with her a lot, I remember her yelling at her kids. She would go ballistic because her kids were eating McDonald's. And she would say, my parents didn't give us that and it's garbage. And she always shopped at places like Trader Joe's and things like that. And it's just what my father was saying was true. African Americans are dying because they don't know any better, because they don't know what they should eat. You know what my friend Carol, the Jewish woman, ate? She didn't go by the food pyramid. She didn't go by these American doctors who tell you to eat all this dairy and yogurt. You know what she taught me about? She taught me about something called goat cheese. She knew that it was not good for her even to be eating, products that come from the cow. So basically, I don't want to make this video too much longer, but those are some of the tips, and I'll come back with some more tips as to keep the videos a little bit short. But I will give you some links, and I will try to give you all of the tips that I have that I can share with you on how, and my skin. People say, what do you put on your skin? I don't even put anything on my skin, but I do drink a lot of water. As I said, when I have an Arizona tea, I don't keep this stuff in my house. I get one or two, and then when it's gone, like maybe 2 weeks later, I'll get one or two more. That's the way I live, and I just drink water or lemon water, lime water, all day, every day. That's it. Those kinds of things, I believe, have helped me. My sisters had been, in one place. Other family members were in another place, and I was in this place where I was being taught how to eat properly, and then I was attracted to it. And I remember even before 2008, I stopped frying because I'm a reader, and I started reading, and I said, it started clicking to me that we were dying in the African American community because of how we eat. We're not, hereditarily just prone to die from diabetes and heart disease and all this stuff. No, it's because a lack of knowledge, So I'm going to come back and share some more with you, some more tips. And I hope that they will be helpful to you all. I guess God had somebody to ask me the question so that I can have a reason to make the video. So thank you all for listening. Stay tuned for the next video and be blessed.